My name is Lois. I'm a third year immunology student at the University of Glasgow, and today I'm going to take you through a day of studying for my online exams at home during lockdown. Something that is very important to me is my morning routine. During my exam season, I found a routine that worked for me and ensured that I felt as motivated as I could to study during lockdown. So I woke up at roughly 8 AM and had a shower. I washed my hair on this particular day. I then took my dog for a quick walk and sat with him for a while. I usually listen to a podcast while I'm walking. Timber. Hey. Then I returned home and made myself a coffee. Due to all the coffee shops being closed, I decided to invest in a French press and some fancy coffee. I didn't realise the one that I bought was a baby one, but it's good enough for me. I then quickly made a toastie and watched some YouTubers to get myself in the productivity zone. Okay, so I'm now at my desk. I've got a few things I want to get through today. I want to do my clinical immunology lecture and write a detailed essay plan for that one. I want to go through the neuroinflammation notes that I made last semester just to refresh that in my brain. I want to do the hypersensitivity and asthma lecture and the skin immunology lecture, and I would like to spend an hour reading my article for the problem paper exam. One of the main things that's helped me revise is installing this timer app called Be Focused. You can set the length of focus times and break times and how many study sessions you're aiming for in a day. I usually worked in 1 hour sessions and alternated between half hour and 15-minute break. I didn't stick to this exactly, but it was a useful guide. I managed usually about 5 hours of work a day. Here I'm going through my clinical immunology lecture for my second semester exam. I used GoodNotes on my iPad Pro to annotate the lecture notes. As the lectures were classed as open book, I focused much more on further research rather than memorisation to enhance my essays in the exam. This lecture is focused on non-specific immunosuppressive treatments and biological treatment methods for autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis. Then my timer went off and I started the timer for my break. I went downstairs to see what my parents were up to and make myself another coffee. This time I went for a caramel latte. I'm really enjoying the Kenko packets at the minute. I then started my timer again and continued going through the same lecture. It was very likely that this topic was going to come up as an essay choice in the exam, so I decided to make an essay plan. I spent quite a while on this, making sure that there was a decent level of detail. At this point I had already sat my semester 1 exams and I was a lot more prepared for those. One of the main methods I used for revision was to go through past exam essay questions and write rough essay plans. Then I would go back over them with my notes and add any further details which would be useful. These essay plans were really useful during the exams. Here I'm showing you what I do with my annotated lecture notes. I export them from GoodNotes and then import them into Notion. I set up a page in Notion where I could track which lectures I'd covered and which ones I've made active recall questions for, and any additional resources which I found useful while studying. I then started going through the hypersensitivity lecture notes until my mum shouted to let me know that my tea was ready, so I stopped the timer and headed downstairs. I then came back into my room and finished off the hypersensitivity and asthma lecture and did a quick essay plan for that. After that I moved on to the skin immunology lecture notes. I knew that this topic wasn't one that I was really interested in or that had a lot of content, so I was not going to write about it in the exam, so I didn't go through the slides in too much depth. Then my friend Liv rang me. We're both doing immunology and I find that talking about topics really helps consolidate my understanding. Also, it's really easy to feel isolated during lockdown when I would usually be in the library there all day, every day. So I found it really refreshing to talk to someone who knows what I'm focused on and understands what I'm stressing about. I then got onto my bed and started reading through the paper which was set for my problem paper exam. So for each semester, 20% of our grade is from a problem paper exam. This is where we are assigned a scientific paper relevant to immunology, and we can study it for 2 weeks before the exam. We're then set 20 questions to assess our understanding and critical analysis of the paper. When it started getting quite late, I changed into my pyjamas and got ready for bed. I spent some time before bed reviewing some neuroinflammation notes that I'd made early in the semester, as it was relevant for some of my earlier coursework. I went through these notes and converted them into Notion and made sure that I still understood everything and I'd done enough research. Then I got tired and turned my light off and went to bed. Thanks for watching. I hope that you and your family are safe and well. Good luck if you're having to study or work during this lockdown, and stay positive.